Open worlds are a dime a dozen in gaming. There's games that do them well, and some where the freedom unfortunately almost feels like a gimmick. From fantasy lands to futuristic cities, from GTA to Pokemon, we as players have been given a vast range of locations to explore and become familiar with. And with all the great open worlds that do exist, there's one to me that stands out as the most immersive, the most rewarding to explore. I know, another Red Dead 2 glaze video, how original. But something that I don't think is spoken about as much as the other aspects of the game when people are glazing is its world and how breathtaking it is when you actually take the time to dig into it a little bit. What makes this world truly stand out to me is not simply its size or its beauty, but how alive it actually feels and how much there is to do within it. One of the most important qualities of a great open world is that it rewards exploration. In Red Dead 2, wandering off the main path almost always leads to something meaningful. If you drop yourself at basically any point on the map, you can stop and go in any direction and find something interesting. You can find these burnt up towns with these corpses within, leading you to think about what this place was and what happened to it. These abandoned camps on the outskirts of swamps. There are these classic supernatural rockstar moments where you'll be walking and then all of a sudden something really creepy happens. Something that you know you wouldn't have seen had you not decided to go looking for something in the first place. You can even find a monkey in this game. These moments are not marked by giant icons on the map. They're not trying to grab your attention, and a lot of them are really well hidden. They happen naturally and only happen if you go looking, making the player feel like they are truly travelling through a living world.
Alright, if you're paying, I should be able to take care of that for you.
The game is also absolutely filled with structured activities that add so much variety to the gameplay. You can go hunting, fishing, drinking, play games in saloons, rob stagecoaches, trains, stores, people. You can go watch a movie, watch a comedy show, become a bounty hunter, steal horses, sell those horses. You can do a Rockstar Games classic and just go on a killing spree, seeing how long you can fight off against the police and watching that bounty just get higher and higher. Everything you can do in this world feels thought out and expansive. If you go hunting or fishing, you actually require patience. You can learn about the animals you're tracking, and you have to make sure that you're clean so that your scent won't alert them to your presence. Wildlife behaves differently depending on the time of day and the weather. I mean, that is just an insane amount of detail there for that one system. The activities are not just shallow distractions, they are detailed enough to feel like full experiences on their own, giving players reasons to stay in the world even when they're not playing the main story or even doing side missions. It's not just you and the activities that fill the world though, it's the people, the NPCs. People in this world will remember your behaviour, they'll greet you warmly or insult you if you've been a prick previously.
Don't you lay a hand on anyone in my shop again, or you'll never be let back in.
They react so realistically to something as simple as an insult or as advanced as crime, to the point where even small interactions can change how a town feels towards you. It feels like that anyway.
Oh, ground's coming up real fast.
This makes every settlement and every small town you go to feel like a real community rather than just a hub of scripted NPCs that wear different outfits. You can watch them going about their day, and obviously people in different communities have different types of roles, so there'll be tree lodgers here, there'll be saloon workers or store workers. All the NPCs feel unique. It all adds to this feeling that the world doesn't exist just for the player's convenience and just as window dressing for you to walk through, but it actually reacts to the kind of person that you choose to be in it.
He said he'd cover me if I put something on his tab. And the reason he still got that leg.
I think another reason that the world is so great is because of how it fits with the theme of the game's story. Red Dead Redemption 2, at its core, is about industrialization and saying goodbye to the Wild West, the fading of outlaw freedom, and Arthur's disillusion with the concept as well. And I mean, who can blame him? You know, every time you go back to your camp with the rest of the gang, it's just pure stress. There's always some bullshit going on. You got Dutch giving it a, "Arthur, the future of America was founded on the backs of gorillas, Arthur." The further away you get from this band of lunatics, the more tranquil things become, and you get breathing room and you can do the things that I've been talking about. The slow pace of travel, even on the fastest horse you can get. The quiet moments of going to the opposite end of the map and making your own camp in the wilderness all reinforce this idea of getting away.
What is that even supposed to mean?
I saved talking about how the game actually looks for last, not because it isn't important, but because it's the one thing that everyone already agrees upon. This game has been praised so much for its visuals, and it would feel almost redundant to bring that topic up again. But, with that said, ignoring them entirely would be a disservice. This game is beautiful. You have such a varied set of landscapes that all feel crafted with the same level of detail as the mechanics mentioned previously. You can explore Great Plains, dense forests, swamps, snow-covered mountains, bustling cities, dry desert. Every location feels so carefully crafted and unique to this world. The weather system as well, Jesus man, you get these gorgeous sunsets that spill across the sky in these warm reds and oranges lighting up the map. Storms end up rolling in with these dark clouds and pounding rain. You can actually see where the clouds are covering and you can kind of chase the light so you get out of the weather. There's fog that sweeps in through these little mountain valleys. And thanks to the game's clothing system as well, these mechanics aren't just pretty things to look at. You actually have to think about outfits you want to wear because you have to acclimatize yourself for the temperatures. If you're up in the mountains, then you have to wear a big wool coat. If you're in the desert, then you have to take off your coat and just walk around in your vest and shirt. And that to me is the true beauty of the world. It's not just how it looks, but it's how it supports everything else you can do within it. That to me, I think is a beautiful tagline for what makes Red Dead 2 the greatest open world to me. It's not just any single feature, but how it all works together. The player is encouraged not just to move through the environment, but to actually interact with it and take your time exploring it. While many open world games succeed in giving you a really fun sandbox to be free in, there aren't many that manage to make that freedom feel as purposeful as this game does. It ends up standing as one of the most fully realised worlds, making it a benchmark for what open world design can be, and that is why I think it's the best in gaming.